More people than ever are struggling to save money. Baby boomers like me are in the worst financial shape since the post-Depression era. For 80% of Americans, if they were to retire, they would run out of money within 5 years. When it comes to financial security and retirement, times have changed in our country. There was a time when people could get a job and lock into a company pension. But if you work in the private sector, it's next to impossible to find a company with a good pension. What this means is you are on your own and dependent on your ability to save money to become financially secure and retire. Or are you? This is what most people believe. They believe that saving money is their only path to financial security. Most struggle to save money. In fact, 77% live paycheck to paycheck. As a result, there isn't any money left to save, and they worry about money 24/7. Does this sound familiar? Hello, my name is Mark Prather, founder of the Mark One Wealth Academy. I began my career in the real estate industry in 1977. Over my long career in both the real estate and mortgage industries, I learned highly advanced wealth growth principles that, when applied to real estate correctly, can significantly accelerate your wealth growth and retirement income without the need to save money ever. What is possible for your life is so beyond what you believe. Let's get started with beginning your journey to financial security, retirement, and even serious wealth. There's a wealth crisis in America today at a level we have not seen before in this country. Here's a recent wealth gap report from Goldman Sachs showing the wealth gap growth from 1989 through 2016. Now, the dark blue represents 1989 and the light blue 2016. If you look at the bottom right-hand corner, you will see the top 1/10 of 1% of the wealthiest has had their wealth growth go from 12 to 16% of the wealth holdings in America today. The next level is the top 0.9% of the people which have seen their wealth growth go from 27 to 33% of the wealth. Now, what this means is the top 1%, just the top 1%, own 49% of the wealth in the country today. If we add the next 9%, or the top 10% total, which owns 42% of the wealth, this means the top 10% own 91% of the wealth in the country today. Now, the middle class, or the 50 to 90%, is the next level. Their wealth growth has actually contracted from 16 down to 7%. So why? The reason is the struggle or inability to save money and accumulate assets. Again, most people don't believe there is a solution to this problem, but they are wrong. There is absolutely a solution. The solution begins with understanding the power of inflation. I like to say that inflation is either your best friend or your worst enemy. What the rich know is how to make inflation work for them instead of against them in growing wealth, while the middle class and the poor know very little about this. Now, the rate of inflation in California is higher than the national level. I'm sure I don't have to tell you about the high cost of living in California. California rents, on average, increase over 4% a year statewide, while Los Angeles and Orange County are much higher than that. Home prices have been going up an average of 7.3% a year for the past 50 years. This is a California Association of Realtors statistic. The last 10 years have been higher than that. This is why the average person in the middle class is falling behind. So what does it mean to be rich? When I was young, I believed it was a big house and expensive cars. Many people think being rich is having a lot of money in their 401k or IRA, but neither is true. Here's what rich means. It means having a lot of non-employment income. And here's why I call it non-employment income. Most people focus on what they get paid on their job. When I ask someone how much they make per hour, per week, or per month, they know. But if I ask them how much non-employment do they make, they don't know unless it's zero. Non-employment income is income that comes from other sources than employment. It could be Social Security, pension income, or it could be investment income. The key to your financial security isn't a big house, a fancy car, or even a 401k or IRA. It's receiving income when you're not working. For most people, this is a financial blind spot. There is no focus or plan for non-employment income, and we only accomplish things we focus on. saving your way to wealth is almost impossible. Let me show you the math on this. Let's say you're 40 years old and you want to retire in 25 years. At age 65, your current expenses, including rent or house payment, car payments, credit card, insurance, food, all your bills, everything that goes through your checking account is $5,000 a month. And you're saving $400 a month, which is, by the way, about double what the average person saves. And you have $20,000 in your retirement account. Inflation has historically averaged about 3% a year in this country for the past 100 years. Now keep in mind what I said earlier about inflation being higher in California. Housing, an example, in California goes up at a rate much higher than 3% per year for rent and home ownership. Let's say you receive 4.5% on your retirement account. Now also remember that these retirement accounts are not free. And you're typically paying at least 1% of your earnings, which means you must be earning much more than this 4.5% to actually net 4.5%. In 25 years, you will have saved $282,674. But your expenses will have more than doubled to $125,000 annually. If you were to retire and try to live on that, you can see in 2.5 years, you'd run out of money. The monthly income that you have in retirement on that, $282,674, is only $1,060. But your expenses are over $10,000 per month. The monthly shortage is over $9,400 per month. But the reality is, if you have $9,000 per month in expenses, you have to make at least $12,000 per month to cover your income taxes. If we add Social Security to the mix of maybe $2,000 a month, you're nowhere close to being able to retire, at least not for very long. This is where 80% of the people are in this country, and they don't believe there's a solution because they believe it's 100% about saving money. But we can solve this problem without saving money. To be clear, I'm not discouraging saving. Saving is a great thing, but for most, it's just not a real path to financial security. Next, there are 5 critical questions that are going to determine your financial future that you absolutely, positively need the answers to. Number 1, how long will your life savings last? Do you know the answer to this question? Very few do. Number 2, how much will inflation increase your monthly expenses? It is critical that you know how much inflation is going to affect your expenses over your lifetime. Very few people ever do this analysis. Because of this, approximately 80% of the people will run out of money in less than 5 years if they were to retire. As I showed you in the previous analysis, you can expect your monthly expenses to double in 22 to 23 years because of inflation. And this assumes that you do not improve your lifestyle. Number 3, do you know how much monthly retirement income you will need, including your income taxes? A huge mistake many people make is they forget that approximately 1/3 of the money in their 401k is not their money. It's the government's. It's the state of California and the federal government. Number 4, do you know how you are going to create the retirement income you're going to need to maintain the lifestyle you desire? There are many factors to consider when it comes to building the wealth and non-employment income that you will need to become financially secure and retire without the worry of running out of money ever. In our wealth planning consultations, our advisors will help you to prepare a financial plan and guide you every step of the way so that you can reach your financial goals. Number 5, do you know how you will protect your life savings and assets from either a major recession or lawsuit? We want to make you financially bulletproof so you can weather a major recession or lawsuit. There are many financial and legal strategies that you can employ, just like the wealthy do, to protect yourself financially. These are the 5 critical questions that will determine your financial future. Did you know that 90% of the people never change their life circumstance? Poor stay poor, middle class stay middle class, and rich stay rich. Why? All for the same reason, what they believe. So what do you believe is possible for your life? I'm going to tell you the simple truth. What you believe is possible and what is possible are 2 radically different things. The reason is because you don't know what you don't know. My biggest challenge is getting you to believe. If you will open your mind to what is possible and invest a little time into learning what is possible by meeting with one of our real estate wealth advisors, you will learn how you too can retire without saving money through real estate. This is my favorite verse in the Bible. According to your faith, be it unto you. What this verse means is according to what you believe will come to pass. So if you believe your life cannot get any better, if you believe that you are financially destined to struggle till the day you die, then you are right, and that will come to pass. But if you believe there's a better way, that there's a path to financial security, and you will take action and reach out and begin to seek and to learn, we can help you change your life in a powerful and profound way. Whether you're a young renter, just getting started, a senior anxious to retire, or somewhere in the middle, we can help you. Don't put your financial life on ignore and rely on the safe and hope strategy like so many do. For more information, go to mark1wealthacademy.com, or to attend one of our upcoming wealth building workshops, go to mark1workshops.com. And I hope to see you soon.